What's up, guys, and welcome to the demo of Car Mechanic Simulator 2026. I had mentioned in a recent live stream that I wasn't really interested in checking this out, but my curiosity's got the best of me, so that's what we're going to be doing today. If you're excited to see what this game has to offer, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. It's hard to believe that CMS 21 was released nearly 5 years ago. I don't know why they waited so long for this, but it's here now, and I'm looking forward to checking it out. So here we go. First objective, enter the garage. It's looking pretty good already. We've got a little truck sitting out there. All right. Open the pie menu and select Garage Editor. That's gonna be this guy. And what are we supposed to do? Remove garage equipment. Clear the lift area from trash. You got it. Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. We thankfully didn't have to clear all three lift locations. Pie menu, garage editor, and then add garage equipment. Add garage equipment, and we're gonna place a hoist. I'm gonna put it in the center of the garage. I don't think it really matters, but centralized location could be good. Open the pie menu and select add garage equipment again. Place the computer. Okay, and where are we putting this sucker at? Anywhere, I suppose. Probably over here. Let's put it up. Let's put it up right here. It looks like we can rotate. Well, we don't want to block the nuts and bolts. Maybe right here would be a better spot. All right, use the computer and look for decorations and tools. We're gonna be buying an oil drain off the rip. Hold F to finalize. Oh, enter to add to cart. Enter again. Got it. Hold F to finalize. Cool. And there it is. The ordered package will arrive in the morning. Use the bed to skip time. Looks like we're heading upstairs. We've got a staircase right over here. Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't remember skipping time in CMS 21. Granted, it has been a long time since I last played that. All right, we get to choose how long we want to sleep. 8 a.m.'s probably good, actually. We'll just do that. Ooh, and we get a nice cutscene here. I dig that. So we know that the mechanics of CMS 21 were good. They were great, in fact. However, my biggest complaint, and really my only complaint, was that the driving experience, there's our crates, was absolutely horrendous. You know, working on the vehicles is fun and all, but if driving them around after fixing them up is bad, it's just not enjoyable long term. So that's gonna be my main focus here, is to see if the driving experience has improved at all. Once again, open the pie menu, garage editor, add garage equipment. Okay. Right, so we've just unboxed this. Now we need to place it. So we'll put this over here on the tool wall, rotate it around. Ooh, we've got a spring compressor here too. Tire changer, tire balancer. This looks nice. Open the gates and let some light inside. Okay. We've got an open and close button on that, and an emergency stop, of course, just in case. There we go. Let there be light. It's time to accept your first job. Approach the phone. Ah, see, we were right in putting the computer next to the phone, probably. It's gonna make things a little faster. I'm gonna try to skip over the Mechanicpedia here, and we'll just see what we can do, you know? All right, we have a Katagiri Tamago BPN 2005. Definitely not a Honda Civic. It is. I hope that there's gonna be a mod that allows us to change the name of the vehicles to like real vehicle names. You know what I'm saying? I think we did that in CMS 21. Car has been delivered to the parking lot in front of the office. Well, this isn't the office. Here we go. Okay, this is nice, dude. We got a bathroom in here too, or what? Okay, that goes out to the back. That goes back into the shop. This probably just goes outside as well. Oh, can't even open that door. Here we are. We could have just went out the front door, but we did see we have a diagnostic area, so that's nice. All right, here we go. Oh, we need to open the pie menu and select the car status. Got you. Car brand, model, and year. Models may come in different versions depending on the production year. Okay. Engine starting unknown. That's good to know. Information about the paint of the vehicle currently has its original paint. Cool. Got you, got you, got you. Basic vehicle data, front wheel drive. Cool. Fuel is consumed while driving. Are we going to have to refuel things as well? That was one fluid that I don't think was present in CMS 21. So that's pretty neat. 118 horsepower. It's a straight 4, i4. Front wheel drive. We already knew that. It's got our tire sizes there as well. And then our parts, body, frame, and interior conditions. We've got a little dyno graph of the engine that's currently installed. Engine swaps. Oh, engine families too, right down there at the bottom. Tuning, parts tuning, all questionable. We don't know about any of that. Engine family is a group of engines that use the same engine block. Okay. Battery looks bad. We'll probably have to throw that on the charger. Part condition is not always known. For example, if the part has not been inspected or replaced, missing parts are also properly described. Okay, compliant. If it's green, it's compliant. Repair with parts of minimum condition. There is a lot of text. Definitely a lot of text, and I'm going to be sort of glossing over a good majority of that. But feel free to pause at any time if you want to read something. We've got battery, ignition coil, ignition wires, oil filter, spark plugs. Oh, these are our issues to fix. I see. And then we'll be awarded credits with the possible bonus credits as well. Time left. Oh, if we probably finish the job within the time bonus. Got you. All right, press drive on the car. F. Door shuts automatically. Yeah, it didn't want to start right away. It looks like it's a manual. That's cool. A little bit of stainage there on the seats and on the door cards. How is this driving experience, though? That's what I want to figure out straight away. So we're not going... Oh, okay, well, can't go that way. We're not going to the lift immediately. Let's see how far we can go down this little road here. Oh. About kept it in reverse a little too long. Does the e-brake work? Is it space, maybe? Yep. Okay. I realize that we haven't really putted this thing around very far, but I'm already so impressed with the driving experience. We'll do another little J-turn here. Just Honda Civic things, you know? Just your stereotypical Honda Civic things. All right, enough messing around, though. We'll get it pulled up onto the hoist here. All right, exit the car. Can do. We put it pretty well center on the lift, too. I don't know if it adjusts it automatically after you get out or not. Put her up to stage 1. And now highest position, stage 2, baby. It's not a bad looking car. Approach the oil drain and move it under the car, okay? Use, move, I remember this. It's got a nice little grid for us to set it in. Perfect. Use the oil drain. Okay, we don't have to unscrew the plug. That's nice, saves us a little bit of time. Hopefully when it's empty, plug goes back in. Perfect. And then click the suspension to enter mechanic mode. Here we go, remove the oil filter. Got him. It's all coming back to me now. We're gonna move this back since we've got the oil drained already, and now we can lower the vehicle. Part removal. Okay, what else do we have to do? High menu, car status window. Music, background music, not too shabby. You do not need to add the battery to the shopping list. It can be repaired by charging it with the charger. All right. And then these guys. Oh, that marks it. Handy. Handy, just in case you don't know where something is. I don't think we need to do anything else in here, do we? Maybe add these to the shopping list. Okay, there we go. And then what else? I'm currently stuck in the menu. Okay, because it's the demo, it just really wanted us to press M instead of using our mouse to click the mark button. That's all that was. No harm done. Okay. We are... How do we move around again? Right. WASD. Cool. Take off the marked parts. Got you. First, ignition leads. We're going to have to remove the exhaust manifold cover, though. Just 2 bolts here. Nice and easy. All right. Now those leads are coming off. Ignition coil is also coming off. That has 2 bolts on it. And then we're going to move over to... Did it want us to do... Oh, just 1 spark plug? Are you sure about that? They all look bad. I'm going to remove all of them. It won't even let us. Okay. That's all right. Battery's coming out as well. And that's it. Okay, put battery on battery charger. Can do. That's easy enough as well. Do we just have to stand here and wait now? Looks like it. We've got a minute left. Oh, it's finished. All right. Next, we're going shopping. We can go shopping over here. But it does look like there's additional computers, which is cool. Main shop. That's the shopping list. Got it. Okay. Show shopping list. Select a part by selecting it from the list. Switch to found part and add it to cart. Add. All right, just 1 of those. 1 of these. Some new wires. And another filter. There she is. Show shopping carts. Standard delivery. And finalize. All right. Delivery at pickup point. Standard delivery, I guess, is same day, same second that you place the order. All right, first, we're of course gonna have to put it back up in the air so we can screw in our oil filter here. And how do we do that? Open pie menu, unmount. Now we need mount mode. Right. Okay, filter on. We're going back down. We've got to get quicker with this stuff. Part mount mode again. Battery is fully charged. So we're going to slap that bad boy on in there again. Looks a little dusty, but it should work just fine. I mean, the rest of this car is pretty dusty, so it's all right. Spark plug. Freshie going in. Fresh wires. And we can't forget about this heat shield for the exhaust manifold. Done. Now unmount mode. What are we unmounting? Oh, additional tools? We've got drain tool, which I guess is what we want. Oh, we're draining brake fluid. Undo the cap. Drain all of that. Part unmount. Remove the cap to refill. We're doing brake fluid, washer fluid, and Earl. Engine Earl. I wish there was a way that we could zoom into this so we don't accidentally overfill. Oh, there's no way you can. Okay. Easy. Next, washer fluid. Washer fluid is right yonder. Cap first. And we're just gonna pour it up until it doesn't pour anymore. right about there. Yep, starting to overflow. That's plenty. Okay, absolute banger playing in the background right now. We'll see how oil's gonna work too. Are we able to overfill the oil? Wait for it. Yep. Okay, that's not how you're supposed to fill oil. Is there a... Oh, I'm not able to click on it anymore because it's the demo. I was gonna check the dipstick. Lower vehicle all the way back down to the ground. Probably close the hood too. Start the car and check if everything works. All right. Still didn't really want to start up right away. Oh, and exit the car now. Pie menu, select car status window. All right, all that stuff is done. Oil is done. Other tasks are done as well. Car summary. Finish order. That's it. All right, if you need further help, make sure to check out the Mechanicpedia. You can find detailed information about all aspects of the game. Now you can try your skills as a mechanic, complete jobs, rebuild cars, and work on your own vehicles. Sweet. All right, well, I guess we just have unlimited freedom now at this point. Let's do another order. And then I'm curious to see if that truck out front, if we could maybe bring that in and work on it a little bit. I'm not gonna bother with going through the shop this time, or going through the office. We're just gonna head right over here. Ooh, this sucker is clean. It would be way cooler if it had some wood grain on it though. Get her started up. Ooh. That's an exhaust leak. That is an exhaust leak for sure. There we are. All right, let's put her up in the air. Just to the first stage, and then we'll check the status and everything. Oh, and then we've got these old parts in our inventory. I wonder what we're supposed to do with that. We can sell them. We can sell them and get some credits back. We'll do that. I wonder if there's a recycling area though, like there was in CMS 21. Got a toolbox. Well, we can worry about that later. Okay, those doors don't open. There's a much larger facility round back. Is this a parts store? All right. Yo, that's pretty cool. And it's very convenient that we have a parts store just right behind our shop. So maybe when we're ordering parts online, maybe we come over here first. That way we don't have to pay for shipping. Or if we need it right then and there and we, you know, can't get a delivery the same day, maybe we'll have to use the parts store instead. I would imagine that their inventory is a bit more limited though. Engine starting, yes, we kind of already knew that. Let's see, anything else in here that we need to take note of? Doesn't look like it. Should be making 250 horse puppies, and it is. So it's not that hurt. Issues to fix. Let's check that out first. We need some brakes on this sucker. Brake pads, brake shoes. So we've got drums in the rear. Which we're not replacing the drums, just the shoes, I guess. Oil filter. So we're gonna do an oil change. Change brake fluid, refill washer fluid. All right, that's all pretty easy. Can we repair parts too, I wonder? Let's mark all of these. A mark all option. There it is. There it is right there. I was gonna say would be nice. They've thought of that, thankfully. And then we'll see. I'm not gonna mark these yet. We'll see if there's an option in here somewhere to repair parts. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. I wanted to open the hood, not completely remove it. There we go. All right, let's take a gander in here. I guess we're probably, whoops. We're probably going to want to be over here, aren't we? And we're going to remove the wheels first. Hopefully there's an option in the full release of the game to be able to like upgrade our tool ability and stuff like what we had in CMS 21. I'm sure that'll be the case. All right, caliper next. Got to remove this in order to get that rotor off. There we are, and then the bracket or the carrier. Pads first. Now the carrier bracket. And then we can remove the rotor. Oh yeah, tie rod also. It's seized. Loosen up. That's nice. That is nice, and also just cool. I don't remember there being, it's probably not WD-40 brand in this game, but some type of penetrating fluid. I don't remember that being in CMS 21. So there's an improvement right there. Definitely a little bit more realistic, right? Because not every bolt, especially on something as rusty and crusty as this, will come off super easily. Maybe we'll get like super stuck bolts too that you have to get the blowtorch out for. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, pads are definitely bad. Oh, you know what? I guess let's go to car status again. Shoes and pads for sure cannot be repaired. Oil filter can't be repaired. Tie rod probably not, but we'll wait on that. Whoops. We've still got that autofocus feature too. If you just click on a part, it kind of focuses your camera around it. All right. Oil filter, we're gonna have to do that from down under my. So let's back on out of there. I'm gonna get the rear taken apart as well, and then we'll put it up into the air and pop out that filter. All right, time for the shoes. Sucker needs some new shoes. Easy as that. We've got the drum brake cylinder back there, but that seems to be in working order yet. Ooh. 2 bolts that need a little WD-40 going on. All right, cool. That's it. Let's put her up in the air. And let's probably drain the oil first, no? There we are. Get that Earl on out of there. And then once that's finished up, click on suspension again. We're gonna remove this here Earl filter. And then move this back over here. It's nice that we can move that thing wherever too, because in 21, we just move it back to its location. You know, it had like a specific location that it could only be kept in. Now we could probably put it right here if we wanted to, but I can't do that because you know how my brain works. Everything's got to be in its spot. But with that done, I suppose let's look around here and see if maybe we can repair stuff. Surely they would have taught us how to do that if that were the case earlier on. We have a warehouse. Okay, where we can just store parts, but we can't repair them. This gives us the option to sell, but also not repair. I thought maybe the bench grinder to knock the rust off or something. That doesn't seem to be the case. Toolbox? Oh, upgrade or improve your work efficiency. Okay, so that's what this is. We need skill points, though, and we have 0. This is what I want right here. Actually, no, this is what I want. Faster screwing and unscrewing. And don't we all want that? Oh, and we have lights, too, that we can interact with. That's cool. I don't believe, spring puller, that we can repair things, unfortunately. As cool as that would have been, doesn't seem like that's a thing. Maybe it'll be some sort of thing that we like unlock with the toolbox, right? Some sort of like skill, maybe. All right, well, in that case, Let's go car status again. We're gonna mark all of these things for purchase. And then we'll head on over to our handy dandy computer. Ooh, look at this. We got body shop, wheel shop, interior shop, license plate shop, used parts market. That's pretty neat. All right. Show shopping list. We need 2 of these outer tie rods. It already selected add 2. That's so much faster than it was previously as well. 1 oil filter. 2 sets of pads, and 2 sets of rear shoes. All right, whoops. Back to main shop. Looks like that's everything. We're gonna be spending 547 credits on that purchase. Oh, I forgot to check the delivery thing. Thankfully, they were delivered same day, but I probably should have checked that before pressing order. All right, since it's still up in the air, let's put that oil filter back in there. And then now we can drop her back down. I can't forget to do the oil, too. Let's do tie rod. There we are. And then we've got to do rotor first. Then the caliper bracket. We're going to be reusing those, of course. Could we respray calipers? Maybe. Hopefully. That really does so much for any car. Oh yeah, and then the pistons too. Forgot about that. But if you could just respray a caliper, I mean, that makes your car look 10 times better, in my opinion. Was that a front or a rear? Let's make sure. Doesn't look like they're different size, so we're good. Was this one shiny before? I don't remember any of them being shined up like this. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. We'll see if this one's gonna be the same. That's shiny just because it's brand spanking new. 2 bolts round back. Almost forgot about the tie rod. Let's do that real quick before I forget about it again. There we are. All right, time for pads. Brand spanking new pads. And front caliper. There we are. See if this one's gonna be shiny. Not fully shiny. It's got a little bit of grime on it. All right. Make our way back to the rear. And we're gonna do the same thing that we've basically done up in the front, but with drums instead. Pretty simple. Honestly, kind of hard to screw something like this up. I don't want anyone yelling at me about not doing the star pattern when tightening the lugs, okay? Is only game. Is only game. Doesn't really matter, right? Moving right along, though, we need to do the engine Earl, which I just need to find the oil fill spot. Why is that difficult to find on this engine? Oh, there it is. It's one of the other shades of gray in the engine bay. That definitely made it a little bit more difficult to find. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing. Wait till it overflows, and we're gonna call that good. There it is. All right, this time let's check the dipstick and just see. It's right at max, so that works for me. We can even get it to shimmer in the light a little bit. Okay, oil done. What else did we need to do on this sucker? We've done all the brake stuff. Brake fluid and refill washer fluid. So brake fluid reservoir is right back yonder. We're gonna want unmount mode so we can remove, no, that's not it. Additional tools. Drain tool. There it is. We gotta drain this first. And then back to mount mode. Or not. Unmount mode, and then we refill. Apparently. And once again, this isn't gonna let us go over. Oh. Turns out it will. Is that the max? Probably. Probably. It's fine. Alright, and then washer fluid. Yeah, it's basically got none in there. Sound effects. Sound effects and background music, very good. It is certainly playable. Alright, and then let's close this up. Since we did this during the main tutorial, I'm gonna do it again, just make sure. Right. It would probably help if the vehicle was, I don't know, on the ground. I mean, you should be able to start it regardless, but is game, you know? Just make sure that it turns over. Everything's great. Perfect. All right. And that's it. We can send her out the door. 777 credits for that. Still haven't leveled up, but it's coming. I've got a good feeling about that. I didn't realize we started with, I think, around 50K of credits. Should we do one more? Let's see if there is one more. There is. I think there are only 3, so let's do this third one. And then we'll try to pull that truck in. If that is our personal vehicle, I'm assuming it is. We'll see what we can do to that. We've got an Audi over here. Looks like an A4. No. Because it's 2-door. They don't make A4 coupes. Maybe it's a... It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. She fire up? She fires up. Ooh. Okay, that's something we have not heard yet. A little bit of turbski noise. Should have seen that coming. Just running around the block. It doesn't sound like it's... Oh god, this customer is not gonna be happy with us. What is this? Oh, test track. Let's do it. We're going the wrong way. Hang on. All right. Here we go. It's like it's struggling to shift. Unless that's just our traction control. Oh, okay. We pushed through the fronts on that one. And stop. Oh, and that's how we get our testing done. I almost said something else, my bad. Anywho, let's bring her back around front and get her lifted up on the hoist. Right on in through here. Perfect. Yeah, driving so much better. So much better. I hope it works with controller. We'll figure that out. All right, before we do that, let's go through our inventory, and we're gonna sell all of our parts below or equal to 100%, right? Because we just want all of it gone. We don't care. Now then, issues to fix. Hey, I'm dropping by with a small problem. My new sporty toy isn't doing so great. The engine misfires and sometimes won't start. The turbo is loud and the brakes are squealing. I hope I won't regret this purchase. Fix whatever is needed and make sure everything works properly. See you. That's a lot. We did do the test, and apparently none of those parts that we tested were faulty. So how are we gonna figure all this out? Let's just take a gander, right? We'll just take a quick gander. Wait. No. We don't need to take a quick gander. I don't know if I need to open this door or not. I'm not even sure that we can use this area. If we can open the gate, we're probably fine. We're gonna... It looked like that's a dyno over there, so we're gonna check this out. Let's fire her up. I love this so much. It's nice being able to drive the vehicles around and not having to, what am I trying to say? Not having to just like select it and move the vehicle to one spot. It looks like you can do that, but it's cool that we can just drive it around, you know? Is this alignment only? I thought that we could, yeah, that's wheel alignment. Shoot, man. That's not cool. Let's see, is there anything else? Examination mode? Examine the engine. Ah, here we go. We probably don't have to do this in here. It's also going to take a little while, but this should hopefully help us figure out a few things. Maybe not everything that's wrong with it. And we're getting some XP each time we successfully scan something. Or examine something. Alright. Oh, speaking of scanning, actually. We should... If I focus on this, we should have some scan tools. Let's use our OBD2, I'm assuming, scanner. Yep, there we go. So we're going to figure out some of the engine components that are faulty. Nice. Alright. And what else we got in here? Drain tool we don't need yet. Compression tester. Doesn't look like any of that stuff is bad. I mean, the camshaft and the block are not great, but... multimeter. Use this to check over a couple of things, too. Anything at all. No. I figure as long as it's over like 75%, it's probably not gonna have to get replaced. Yeah, everything there seems fine too. Fuel pressure test, maybe? Let's give that a crack. Well, it's not in the green, so something's gotta be off with it, no? Maybe not. Yeah, fuel pump's fine too. Okay. Alright, that all checks out then. Last thing is tire tread. It looks visually like the tread is fine. But sometimes you don't know until you get the old tread depth gauge out. Everything's cool there. And I believe that's all the additional tools that we can really use. Tablet just takes us into the interwebs there. Whoops. Car status. We have found a few things. Okay, let's go back to examination mode then. How did we even get there? Examination mode. Interior mode as well. Yeah, let's check this out. Air intake, maybe. Bad filter. I don't know about you guys. I realize this is just a demo, and normally the demo isn't necessarily as enjoyable as the full release of the game. I'm enjoying this so far. I actually think that this really has some potential. Oh, we can finish scanning some of the rest of the suspension that the... Ah, there we go, drive shaft. That the road test didn't go over. Probably do the same thing then on this other side. What would we do without the examination tool? This is trivial stuff. We don't need to be scanning it, but I'm going to do it anyways. It's good XP, you know? Okay, suspension, that can be scanned. Engine is already scanned. Exhaust, we've got that. Brake booster can't be scanned. Fuse box can. That's just going to scan the condition, because we already used our tools to look at all that other stuff. Okay. So it looks like that's probably it for the front of the vehicle. Let's use it around back too. We'll scan. Fuel tank can't be scanned. Got the main exhaust back there. More suspension stuff. Here we go. We're gonna get everything figured out. And that's almost a guarantee. We did figure out the axle up front is bad. Yeah, and that's everything. Okay. Well, how'd we do? 2 parts not discovered. They did say that the engine misfires, though. What do we have in the parts list that could be a contributing factor to that? Spark plugs for sure. Ooh, you know what? Probably coils, no? Oh, no. Those scanned out okay. Well, let's, God, this is a banger too, dude. There's so many bangers. I'm just gonna move this over to the lifter this time. But again, you don't have to do that. You can hop in and drive it, which is really cool. I'm just doing it to save some time. I feel like we've kind of been working on this for a while already. So, spark plugs, ignition coils should have tested fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove them. Oh, turbo, dude. The turbo's bad. Look at that. We've got a T4 bolt pattern, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, dude, it's gotta be the Turbski. Let's check. Turbocharger. There she is. All right, we're gonna have to purchase one of those. Part not discovered. Still one other part that has to be causing issues for, what was it again? The misfire. And the brakes are squealing. We already got all the brake stuff, presumably. Let's check. Spark plugs are gonna have to come out. And was that... Yes, that was already noted. Okay, so those for sure need to get pulled out of there. What else would cause a misfire? Throttle body seems to be in relatively good shape. Could be something under the timing cover. Belt looks not great, but it's fine. I guess they don't want it to be replaced. Starter's good. Gearbox? I was kind of thinking that when we were driving it, it seemed like the transmission was doing some kind of weird stuff. Like just not shifting correctly. Can we look at that? No. Bummer. All right. Not a big deal, not a big deal. Car status, we're gonna want spark plugs. I'm only gonna do the stuff that we've removed so far, but we'll get all that added to our list here. Put it up on stage 1 of the lift. And we'll dissect it a little bit more, see if we can figure anything else out. Rims are coming off for sure, though. All right, here's the drive shaft. Or I guess technically it's a drive shaft, right? But I would consider that an axle. This one to me would be more of the drive shaft, and then this section would be the axle. But what do I know, right? I'm just a guy. So far, too, gameplay has been very smooth. I've not noticed... Oh, yeah, there's that wheel hub bearing. We're going to want to pop that guy out of there. I have not noticed any sort of weird, like, frame rate issues whatsoever. It's been really pretty dang good so far. All right, let's get those added to our parts list as well. Accessible from underneath the car. Well, let's put her up in the air. I gotta turn on the AC. I can tell you one thing for certain. This game is graphically demanding. Again, haven't had any like frame rate issues or any like weird graphical issues But it's making the PC pretty warm. So that's just kind of how you know it's working hard, right? Oh, we've got to do starter first. Of course. You'd think after all this time I would remember that, but I don't. All right, starter, 2 bolts on that. There we go. And back up in the air all the way. Like, what if it's just a clutch issue? It could totally just be a clutch issue, but we're not gonna know until we get this, all these bell housing bolts removed. Does that look bad? Not initially. Hang on. I see something rusty in there. Something that maybe we weren't able to scan or visually inspect. I don't know how we would visually inspect it, right? It was under the transmission. Maybe not. Yeah, that all looks fine. Let's remove the flywheel just so we can inspect it. But it's probably all right. It doesn't look very bad. Part mount. Yeah, that's more than fine. So we'll get everything refastened here, resituated. Get that starter bolted back up as well. And then I think I'm gonna remove the valve cover next, and we'll kind of dive into that, see if there's anything under there that's maybe contributing to the misfire. You guys will have to let me know, too, for when the full release of this game comes out, because at this point, I'm playing it. I'm 100% sold, but you'll have to let me know if you would prefer maybe no background music, or just let me know what you think about that. I know for some people it might be a bit much. Can we not remove this? Oh, unmount. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's get the valve cover taken off. And we'll see if there's any shenanigans happening under here. I'm just assuming that we're looking for something that's contributing to the engine misfire, but maybe not. Well, it doesn't look super healthy in there, but it also doesn't look bad. None of those cam caps really look terrible. We'd have to take them off in order to inspect them any further. What about this extra timing cover over here? This is going to be where the can gears are, right? Chain? Could be timing chain? It doesn't look bad. Yeah, and that can gear's fine too. Okay. So it's not the chain. I don't think. Nope. Definitely not the chain. Let's put that cover back on there. I'm gonna go around to the other side of the engine, remove the SERP belt, and we'll look at some of that stuff. Belt first, right? Or not. Roller first. Now we can take that off, and crankshaft pulley. And now the timing cover. Surely it's got to be something in here. This is a much, much more difficult job, I will admit. There it is. It's the water pump, ladies and gents. So we're going to have to remove the belt tensioner there first. Now we can remove the belts. And remove the water pump. Alright, cool. Oh, I forgot to drain the fluids! My bad, but hey, at least we found it. Right? At least we found it. Okay, so some of those belts that we took off are actually going to get replaced. The belt tensioner is as well. Idler roller. We're going to be doing these? Yeah, you know what? That makes sense, because while we're in here, that is just what you would do. I mean, I'm assuming it's those. Yep. Okay, oil filter. Did we drain the oil from this? I don't think we did. Let's do that. We're gonna perform an oil change for sure. Get this moved right there. And get that oil drain. As soon as that's done, unmount mode, we're gonna remove that filter. And make sure we have that. I know I could go through and like mark all of these now. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't forget something. Move this back over here. All right, and then back down. I gotta check out those tie rods. Wasn't it tie rods? Oh no, sway bar end link. Just one of them. It's gotta be the other side then. Yeah, this one was in much worse condition. So that is coming off. And we've got that one. Brake pads, that's gonna be rear pads, I'm assuming. So same thing we did on the front. Remove the wheel, remove the caliper, and then we can keep the carrier on there this time and just take the pads out, since we know we don't have to go any further than that. All right, it's time to hit up the old computer and get some of this stuff ordered. I would go down to the parts store just behind our shop here, but it doesn't look like that's open as part of the demo, unfortunately. Let's go to our shopping list. Is there a way that we can search for all parts? It doesn't look like it. So here we go. We've got 2 of those. And it seems like there are actually different types of brake pads. So that's something you're going to want to watch out for as well. Oil filter, 2 idler rollers, a new belt tensioner, new cert belt A, cert belt B, water pump, of course. We saw how crusty that thing was. 2 wheel hub bearings, a drive shaft. Again, I would consider that an axle, but what do I know? Turbski, 575 credits. There's a reason that they made us wait to do this job third, because otherwise we probably wouldn't have had the money to be able to buy the stuff. All right, and there we go. Whoops, I do that every time. 1,590 credits. Wait. Instant delivery, standard delivery. Okay, so instant delivery, you are paying a bit of a premium. Let's do standard delivery so it's a little bit more realistic. It looks like those are our only 2 options. So there we go. We're going to finalize that order. And the parts are not here yet. We're going to have to wait until tomorrow morning for that. I am curious, though. I just want to go check this truck out. Can we drive this thing? We totally can. Oh, we totally can. So we have that to look forward to, which is nice. But let's head up top here and we'll hit the hay. Hopefully our parts will be here at 8 a.m., I'm assuming, tomorrow morning. Oh, we can only sleep until 6. It is what it is. It is what it is. Beautiful game, though. Yeah, they are not here yet. Okay, so let's sleep until 8:15. Because I think that's when the parts order was supposed to arrive. And there we go. Perfect. Can you jump? You cannot jump over the railing. Bummer. I get it, though. Okay, big old crate over here. 20 items in that order. Let's start up here with the engine components. We're going to replace our water pump first. And you got to be careful about this because, I mean, it seems like the higher quality part is going to be selected by default first. But you got to be careful not to put, you know, a bad part that you took out earlier back in during during this part of it. What am I telling you guys for? You already know that. It ain't rocket science. Ooh. Ooh, what is this song? Legacy. I dig it. This better be royalty free or this whole video is going bye-bye. We're gonna have to redo all of this. All right, that looks good. I did look through the settings and I didn't see any sort of like streamer mode or royalty free music mode or anything like that. So fingers crossed, we're in the clear. All right, now with that done, let's actually do crankshaft pulley again. Get that bolted back up so we can get that other cert belt reinstalled. And this other roller. So that one we didn't have to buy a new one of. I guess it was in relatively good shape. That is so my bad, though. I'm not draining the coolant prior to removing the water pump. I know better. I got excited because we found that last remaining part. I haven't seen a paint shop either. Was there one back here and I just walked right past it? This has the potential to be a paint shop. We can't see through there. I mean, it kind of looks like one. But I'm curious to... And I think there's a room up there that we just can't get into yet. But I'm curious to see if we could remove parts and like respray individual parts in a paint booth, potentially. We'll figure that out in the full release. Okay, ignition coils are going back in because those were all good. But we've got brand spanking new spark plugs, of course. Anything else that I'm forgetting engine-wise? I don't think so. I mean, apart from oil, but we'll do that once we get a new filter installed. So let's go back to the rear. And we're going to put our rear brake pads on. And then our rear caliper. I'll do wheel here in a sec. Let's go over to this other side and just tackle this real quick. Another rear caliper. There we go. All right, now we can get these wheels put back on. This is the same band that we just heard. This one's called Rush, though. Different song. Okay, and I just wanted to make sure that it was a square setup for these wheels. Same size, front and rear, and it looks like it is. Usually only, like, rear-wheel drive vehicles will have, like, different size. Some might even have, like, a 17-inch rim in the front and, like, an 18 in the rear. But, like I said, this is a square set. Okay, can't forget that hub bearing. We're going to put a new axle in over here. And do our caliper carrier. Can't forget about this sway bar end link either. Fresh pads. Ooh, dual piston front brakes. The rears were just single piston. Try to click our way over to this other side. Wheel hub bearing. Carrier bracket. Drive shaft. That one was fine, so we're just going to reuse that one. New pads. And again, 2 piston front brake calipers. All right. Let's get these wheels on. We're about done. We are about done with this sucker. Okay. Back up to the front. Let's put her up in the air. We'll get that new oil filter put on. And then I think we had some other fluids that the owner wanted us to take care of. Got a fresh filter. Back down. Our customer's primary problem has been completely addressed now. We've got all those parts replaced. The only other thing they wanted us to do is change the oil. So no other fluids other than the coolant, right? Because we kind of had to drain that in order to replace the water pump. So let's do unmount mode. We're gonna fill this sucker up with some Earl. And yeah, it looks like brake fluid over there is fine. Power steering fluid, also fine. Wait till it overflows. Got him. And coolant is going to be the last thing here. All the way up to the top. Okay. Cool. Let's just double check. Make sure we've got everything taken care of. Beautiful. Repair with parts of minimum condition, 81%. Which does lead me to believe that in the full release of the game, we should be able to repair some stuff. Maybe not to 100%, but repair it a little bit. We'll see. Or we could just use excess used parts that we have left over from previous jobs. Something along those lines. We're getting 2,600 credits for this, which is good because we spent quite a bit on getting those parts. Ooh, hang on. Level 3. Where's our toolbox? Required skill points 1. There we go. All right, so I'm definitely doing swift hands. Can we not? Oh, we need to unscrew more bolts as well. So not only do you have to get the skill points, but then you have to unscrew enough bolts to be able to unlock the upgrade. I got you. Speed up part removal by 20%. That seems good. Or deep pockets. Increase inventory size? Nah, probably not necessary for the demo. Let's do strong arms then. And hopefully by the time we get done tinkering around with our truck... Oh, there's quite a few more in here. I don't think I even saw these ones before. Hopefully we'll have a few more bolts unfastened. All right. Let's bring this truck in here and we'll see what we can do to it. You know what? No. I was gonna move it. We're not doing that. Well, okay. I was gonna say if it doesn't start, I guess we'll have no choice, but we're all right. Let's pull her on in. Ooh, suspension is not okay. This thing is a bounce house. Let's put her up into the air a little bit. I probably should have done the test track again too, because that really helped us out with our inspection stuff. But we'll go around and just inspect all the same components that we did on that Audi just previously, and we'll see if there's anything in here that's like too far gone that we definitely will want to replace. Okay. Testing is now complete, and as you can probably tell, there's quite a few things on this little truck that aren't in tip-top shape. You know, we've got many things in here that are just in the red and would definitely need to be replaced. What I'm curious about, though, is this engine. So it currently has a V6. It is a 4x4. I guess that's neat. It's only making 165 horse puppies, though, which is kind of awful. So what I want to know is if we kept the V6, this is the one that it currently has, could we put a Toogii on it? Because it looks like that's the same. It just has a turbo. It's a 322BZ66B 4x4. This is a 322BCT, meaning turbo 66B. So again, same engine. One just has a turbo, one doesn't. This one is different. I don't know how it's different. Maybe a higher displacement or something. But that also has a turbo. So what I want to know is Could we just get a different manifold and slap a, like, intake manifold and exhaust manifold and slap a Toogii on it? Or would it take more than just that? This is our current vehicle. Oh, dude, there's a Ford. Is that a Taurus, maybe? We didn't work on that. Is there another? Hang on. Is there another job that we... There's another job! Should we do it? I don't know. I don't know if we have time to do it. This might be a two-parter. Could be the first two-part demo that I've ever done, but we might end up just having to do that. Okay, let's real quick though check the engine. What if we added this engine? We can buy parts for it, but we would likely have to buy like a whole new block and everything. Well, I don't know. I'm curious about this to the point where I'm gonna waste some money and just see what happens. So all we need is exhaust manifold with a turbo. Or should we go back? Hang on, let's check this out. Do we have a turbo option for this engine? Doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna grab this exhaust manifold pipe, because that's turbo specific. Is there anything else in here that's turbo specific? Intake manifold appears to be the same. Maybe. We've got the turbocharger. Of course, we're gonna want one of those. And it looks like that's really about all that we can purchase here. With instant delivery, it's gonna cost us 1,500 credits. But I'm just so curious, dude. I gotta know. I gotta know if it's doable. There we are. All right. So, thankfully, since we only had to order 3 parts, we should be able to figure this out pretty quick. Oh, right. So it's a V6. Did we have to get 2 of those manifolds? Or... because we have exhaust manifold A and B. It might not work. It might not work, man. We're gonna have to put it up in the air so we can remove that exhaust pipe that connects the 2 manifolds. I think we have to, yeah, we have to take that off first. And that is gonna be 2 T3 flanges, I think. There we go. All right. I really hope that it works this way, but I totally get it if it doesn't. It's really, really wishful thinking here. We've got one of those bolts that needs a little bit of penetrating spray too. There we go. All right. Part mount mode. It can't be done. It cannot be done unless we just have to remove this other side also. There's a possibility. And no. It can't be done. Unfortunately, it cannot be done. We'll just have to put it all back to the way that it was, or maybe in the next episode. Again, I've never done a follow-up episode on a single demo before, I don't think. But we'll have to maybe make a little bit more money on that other story vehicle that we have to work on. And I'm pretty tempted at this point to just rip out this engine and put in the turbo one so we can see what that's all about. But on that note, unfortunately, that is where we're gonna have to wind things down at for today. So once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.